So, welcome. This is my channel. In filming this, I haven't yet decided what to call it. I'm Josie. This is my channel, whatever I may have decided to call it by now. And this is the Booktube Newbie Tag. I have a list of questions written down and place them over here so I can read as I go. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? I've started this channel because I've always loved reading and I wanted a place, because especially recently, obviously we've been in lockdown and I've started reading non-stop. So I wanted somewhere to be able to express that and talk about books and find more people to talk to about books, because I don't have a lot of friends IRL, in real life, I can talk to about books. So I thought this would be a good outlet for me to not bore all of my friends. So that's what this is. Compiling all my books stuff into one place. What are some fun and unique things that you bring to YouTube? I don't know. I like to say my personality. I like to think I'm funny, but I often get told I'm not. I don't know, we'll have to explore together. See what I'm like. Try and be myself. But we'll see. What are you excited for about this channel? I'm excited about trying to make friends. Emphasis on trying. I'm not very good. Yeah, I'm excited to talk to other people about books, find new books to read, having it as an encouragement to read more and maintain reading. That'd be nice. I'm just excited. I like making videos. I was a film media production student, just graduated and gone into lockdown. So storytelling is sort of my realm, as well as editing and video content. So this is sort of consolidating that into one. Why do you love reading? I love reading as an escapism. It's sort of just a nice little thing outside of real life, getting lost in stories. It's also sort of my me time. I can just shut off, be like, no one talk to me. I'm just gonna chill here and read. Don't want to talk to anyone else. This is my time. What book series got you back into reading? This is difficult because I do go in and out of phases of reading quite a lot. But one of the main book series that has constantly brought me back to reading is The Whole World by Robin Hobb. So it's like Fitz and the Fool, The Rainwild Chronicles, I can't think of the name of the ship one, but basically it's loads of series all set in one world, all sort of progressing along, and I love them. I've been reading them for years, as in I've started reading them and then pick them up at various phases, slowly working my way through all of them because there is quite a lot. But I love them to pieces. It's like my favourite world. It used to be Harry Potter, which it still is, but Robin Hobb is just next level, like complete in love with that world. And I'm finally on the last series, which I'm terrified to pick up because I don't want it to end. I do not want it to end. I'm terrified of it ending and it's just gonna make me so sad. But I've also planned to read like the odd little books that go along with it, like The Princess and the Piebald Prince and Inheritance, that just sort of her other works. But I don't want to finish it. What questions would you ask your favourite booktubers? So this is people like Ariel, Tiana, I'm gonna say this really wrong, but Johnny. I would basically just ask them all to be my friend. I just want some friends. I'm a lonely person. What challenges do you think will be, okay, I can't get the exact word of this question, but challenges that you think are going to be the hardest, essentially? I think I'm going to struggle in terms of maintaining this because I'm someone that struggles with long-term commitment. Something I'm trying to work on. Hopefully this is, by making these videos, it holds me accountable to maintain reading, but also it might be that I continue reading but YouTube drops off. But I'm going to challenge myself. This is my outlet. At the moment, I have nothing better to do anyway. So I think that's going to be one of my hardest challenges. Also, as I sort of said earlier, being myself. I struggle to be myself when I'm recording. I feel like I have to put on this character kind of thing. I'm trying to refocus that and just chill out and not worry about it, but we'll work it out. So they're sort of the two things that I am the most worried about at the moment, that side of it. When did you start reading? I have always read for pretty much as long as I can remember. Like I said, I kind of go in phases. I used to have this really beautiful collection of the Chronicles of Narnia when I was little, and I never managed to read them all. I've started reading The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe endless amounts of times and never finished it, but I loved it. I also read obviously Harry Potter and all of them. Got into Jacqueline Wilson as a kid. All sorts of books, but I've read for, like I said, for as long as I can remember. It's just been in and out of phases. Where do you read? Here. This is my bed. I like to read here. This is my favourite spot. Whether it's in bed, sprawled on the end of the bed, on the floor with my head on the bed, wherever. Favourite reading spot. That or my desk that's just either here, chill in that chair sometimes that reclines, sprawl out. But I end up reading pretty much anywhere. If I'm waiting for a bus or a train or I've got an appointment, I'll read. I can't read on the train or bus unless it's an audiobook because I do get travel sick, which is a drawback. I'll read wherever. When I was jogging at one point, which I need to get back into, I was listening to audiobooks then, or if I just go out for a walk. I try and read whenever I can. Or when I'm cooking as well. If I've got an audiobook, I like to read when I'm cooking. I like cooking. What kind of books do you read? I have them laid out here and we'll go through. Mainly, at the moment I'm reading Patrick Ness Burn. This is my little bookmark. I'm about just over a quarter of the way through. Started reading this yesterday. Really enjoying it because I love adult and young fantasy. Love dragons. Like I said, Robin Hood favourite series. A lot of dragon stuff going on. This has dragons and I'm really enjoying it. Another favourite of mine in the fantasy genre, Daughter of Smoke and Bone. This was a book that got me back into reading at one point in a phase. I loved it. It's still one of my favourites. I want to reread it again along with the rest of the books because I believe it's a trilogy, but there's so many other books I want to read right now, so one day. I also love reading sort of romances, the flat share and also the Switch, which I have, but it's an ebook. I loved this book as a sort of modern romance and just modern read in general. I don't know the word for it, but modern books, just contemporary, is that it? I don't know. Books about now. Enjoyed this one. I want to get more into sci-fi. This is one, I don't really read a lot of sci-fi. This is one I've picked up and I've also ordered Station 11. I really want to read more sort of sci-fi level. I used to read a lot of things sort of like Divergent. I think I started reading Maze Runner, so sort of dystopian books when I was younger, sort of teen years, when that was like the thing. I wanna read sci-fi. Yeah. I also read a fair bit of non-fiction, so I have a fair few books sort of feminist based. I love Caitlin Moran. I've pre-ordered her new book coming out later this year. Hannah Witten, I love her YouTube. I have her other book as well, Hormone Diaries. Love this, really interesting. And then Everyday Sexism. This was a book that really opened my eyes when I was a teenager into feminism. This is one of the first books I read. Incredibly interesting. Everyone's insights. It's great. This is Going to Hurt. I really, really love this book. I think I cried, and I don't really cry at books, but I'm pretty sure I cried when I read this. But yes, that's sort of what I enjoy reading. Broken down a little bit more. There's loads I want to read. I have so many books on my Goodreads, and like I said, I'm trying to branch out. I also want to read more classics. I have The Great Gatsby to read, which I've been intending to read for years, but I've just been putting it off. I've also got Lolita, which I really want to read after I read My Dark Vanessa, because obviously it's heavily referenced in that book, so it's intriguing. But I just want to read a lot more classics, so I want to head as well. But yeah, this has been my newbie tag. You can like and subscribe if you want. I'll try and make more videos, see where it goes. Bye.